What's up, gamers? Welcome to the video. My name is Koobs, and today I wanted to talk about XDefiant. When this game launched back in May, I remember downloading it, and I played it for about an hour or two, and then I quickly uninstalled. It was just not my cup of tea. I remember dying to a lot of flamethrowers at the time, and it felt like all my enemies had wall hacks, and it just wasn't something that really clicked with me. But I found myself revisiting it this weekend, see if it's made any changes, give it a second chance, and I've got to say I was pleasantly surprised. I had a lot of fun with it. I've still been playing it throughout the week, and honestly it's been an absolute blast. So I wanted to make this video and put a little bit of a spotlight on the game, because maybe you're somebody like me who tried it out when it first launched and spent a few hours with it only to put it down and never look back. And I think that that's certainly fair. You know, you shouldn't have to invest a ton of time in a game to know if it's going to be something that you're going to enjoy. But seeing as I've been having fun with the game when I didn't necessarily expect to, I thought maybe you might too. And I mean, I also got all these cool clips that I wanted to share with the internet, so that's a part of it, I guess. But regardless of that, I had this analogy that I thought of, and so I wanted to share that too. So just go with me for a second. Let's imagine that you're really craving a steak. So you decide to visit your local steakhouse, and when you get sat at your table, the waiter lets you know that they're running a special that evening. They're giving everyone who comes in a free ribeye steak if that's what they'd like. And you're thinking, that's gotta be too good to be true. I mean, how could they possibly just be giving away free steaks? So you ask the waiter, does the ribeye come with any sort of side items? And they respond by saying that it doesn't come with any sides, so if you want a baked potato or maybe a side salad, you'd have to pay extra for those add-ons. But the steak's going to be completely free. And you're kind of mulling it over in your head, you know. You were really envisioning a porterhouse. That's what you usually get. You know that it's going to be good, that you're going to like it. So you ask the waiter, how much is your porterhouse? And they tell you the porterhouse is going to be $35. And you follow up by asking if the porterhouse comes with any side items. And he says, porterhouse is going to come with a side of steamed broccoli. And you can't substitute the steamed broccoli, so if you wanted a baked potato or you wanted a side salad, those add-ons would be extra. So I ask you, you personally, in that situation, would you go for the free ribeye, or would you still pay for the porterhouse? And I bring this up because when XDefiant was initially launching, there was a lot of talk about it being a competitor to Call of Duty. And some were even saying that it might be a Call of Duty killer. Although, I don't really think that that's much of a fair comparison to make. Mostly because I don't think that one game is going to come along and dethrone Call of Duty from being as popular as it is. But also because we're comparing a free-to-play experience with a $70 premium purchase. And along with that $70 premium purchase, you still have copious amounts of microtransactions, and you have a seasonal battle pass. You're also on a yearly release schedule, so this time next year there's going to be a new version for you to download. And I think about previous Ubisoft titles, mostly Rainbow Six Siege, and I think about the value that that game has brought to its players. See, Rainbow Six Siege launched back in 2015. It was in December, so we could say 2016, really. But even so, that's 8 years now that the game's been out, and that they've continued to build on the foundation that they've had for that long. I'm not a huge fan of Ubisoft on a whole scale, but I can appreciate some of their games. That's neither here nor there. I think that the main thing is looking at what you're getting for what you're spending. And I think for a game like XDefiant, And I'm not a huge fan of the hero shooter, but I think that they have a nice foundation for a solid game with a lot of potential longevity. And I think that it's quite nice that the game is relatively free-to-play friendly. See, the system that they have in place with their factions and the way that they have their battle pass structured, it's going to allow players to experience all the content in the game without having to spend a dime. See, when a new faction releases, you can pay $10 to unlock that faction right away, but you also have the option to select it as an active challenge, and as you play the game and earn XP, all of that's going to go towards unlocking that new faction. So this is the GS Commando. This is what they just released with this season, and I think by now I'm about halfway to unlocking that new faction. And I think that that's kind of nice, especially, again, from a free-to-play standpoint. And then they're also introducing new weapons with their battle pass. And so for Season 0, there was 1 weapon. With Season 1, I think that there's 3 new weapons. And so as you're playing, again, you're gaining XP that's going towards the battle pass. And from a free-to-play standpoint, you can unlock all of the new weapons. But let's say, for example, you take some time off, you don't play that season, whatever it might be. You don't unlock those weapons with the XP in the battle pass. Well, when that season's over, those will go to the active challenges, and then you can select that and work towards unlocking whatever weapon or faction it is that you're choosing. And I think that that's really nice because it kind of removes some of the fear of missing out that sometimes capitalized on with these sort of games. Now there's cosmetic items and things like that, and they're going to try to make money off of those things with the whole FOMO, but from the base, from the foundation of it, you're getting a free steak here. And if you want those add-ons, you want that baked potato or that side salad, that's going to be a little extra. But it's also a little bit extra if you're getting that porterhouse too. So, something to think about. I mean, who's really passing up a free steak? Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the video. I have been and always will be Coobs. Peace and love, gamers.